This morning in my truck, I'm going to make a quick sketch of a couple of these little sheds here in the parking lot, and give you some ideas here, and show you how to modify this later on in my studio. But right now I'm just going to capture some of the shapes and enjoy sketching this morning. Okay, alright, so I'm going to start here with a couple quick reference lines. And perspective of a building is very important. This corner here is closer to me, so it's higher. So as I go away, this is going to drop a little bit over here on this corner. It gives me the proper perspective of this. And then this side here, this side over is a little bit shorter because it's a little further away. So again, I'm trying to capture the angle, the shape of the building, but also give the sense of depth and dimension in the building. And you can see here, this side is longer than this side as I'm going away, and this side slants down toward the longer end. And also as you go back, so from right side to left side, I'm going away, so it gets shorter over here, and back on this side, which is closest, as I go away to the back, it gets shorter also. So the side of the building back here is shorter, and then the slope of the roof is angled back to show perspective, and it gets a little smaller here at the near the back of the building. And I can just go ahead and kind of throw in here again, looking at the angles, the distances. This corner here comes over to the corner of this shape, and this shape goes across here. Again, it's a little bit lower. You can see it slants a little bit down. This corner is higher than this corner, and as I come down over here, all the verticals go vertical, so there's no problem there. It's the horizontal lines that have to be accurate or correct in order for it to look real. And then there's now this is interesting. When you have a doorway, you find the middle of that square, you do a corner to corner, and that puts you in the middle of the square, which will take it just a little bit off center to make it look right. So this side is bigger than this side because this side is further away, so this little section is a little bit smaller. And then this section here, now this cross beam here, or this cross piece, is just about where the horizon is, so that'll be almost a horizontal line because that's where my viewpoint is, and that's where the horizon is, about right here. And horizon is where my eye level is. If I look out at an object, my eye level goes out, and that's where everything is level. And everything below the horizon goes sloping down. Everything above the horizon goes sloping up. Okay, I'm going to change this building just a little bit. I'm going to come over here now. I'm going to eliminate that building in the middle. And I'm going to come over here and start another building next to this, which I thought was an more interesting shape than the two similar ones. This has like a little barn look, and also gives me an opportunity to try a little different shape. And this has an angle coming down. These lines are in lines. So as I come across here, this line will move up and continue because it's on the flat ground. The ground is flat, so this line will stay that way. And as I come up here to this corner, this drops down. The vertical stay vertical. And then interestingly, this line will slope away. And this is a little wider building I'm looking at right now, so it's a little bit longer widthwise than this building, but it's also further away, so I can't get too carried away. Now these lines all will slant away also. Now they'll kind of stay in the same perspective as this line. And as I get down here, and I'll be drawing in this section here, this one here, there's a vertical that drops down, and this is a doorway. And it comes across here and it drops down. And interesting here, this doorway is open, so I can show a little different shape. This will come over here, and that shows the doorway open. And I will give this a little more perspective. That's how I draw an open door. And this one will come in here. And this is open, so this is, I'm going to remind myself this is a closed door. And of course I've taken a picture of this, so now there's two little windows there, which are interesting. It gives another variety of shapes. So this is another window. Now this one here is almost on the horizon, so that window will come in here. And there's one more. I think I'll put both windows in here a little further away, and that allows me to come up with the final side over here. And this will slope up, interesting, that way, and this slopes back that way. And the horizon continues on in the background here. And I may want to alter this this perspective line here just a little bit. And then there's a little corner here that comes down, and then this slants back just like everything else. It goes back. Okay, well, that's just a preliminary sketch here of this building. I got this corner here. I've got a doorway over here, which is interesting, and then the slanted rooftop over here. And this is a different rooftop over here. So that was kind of what caught my eye, was two shapes that were building-like, but with a different look on each one. And of course, this one had a large doorway, and this one had a couple little windows over here. So, okay, I've taken a picture of this, and I can go ahead and finish off this sketch. But there's the beginning of where I would start blocking in the building shapes.